Hello, hello, hello. This is Crystal Cotton, and I help entrepreneurs and future entrepreneurs make marketing make sense. And so today we're going to be talking about lead generation. As a matter of fact, this week we're going to talk about lead generation. Yesterday I did a video for my car, but the quality was so poor that I deleted it. So we're going to kind of repeat a little bit of what I shared yesterday, but this is going to be real quick, 10 minutes or less. And then we'll go through the week and we'll talk about different topics. But today we want to set a foundation and just talk about what is lead generation. So the first thing that every entrepreneur needs to know about lead generation is that you do it all the time. I think that when we switch over and we talk about digital ways to do things, we forget that you've been doing all the time. When you put the flyer on somebody's windshield, or you stick the yard sign or the sign with your phone number on something, or you stick a flyer up at the coffee shop, that's lead generation. There's nothing new and fancy about that. The only thing is that with marketing, we have a tendency, we like to say things in different ways and appeal in different ways. And we do a little, a little smoke and mirrors sometimes. And sometimes things seem more complicated than they are. But the essence of lead generation is anything you do to take someone either from knowing about you, from not knowing about you to knowing about you, and also anything that you do to bring someone closer to you in your business so you can deliver your product or service. That's it. That's what lead generation is. It's a little bit, it gets fancy when we go online, because then we start talking about, SEO, and we start talking about Facebook Lives, and we start talking about different autoresponders and email and all that kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, the most important thing you need to remember as an entrepreneur is that really it's just what you do to get people to know you better and like you and trust you so they can buy from you and allow you to serve them, right? Okay, so that's the first thing. Point number one. Point number two is I got to look at my note here, is what you do with the lead. And this is critical. It's one thing to get leads, but what's really important is what do you do with the lead once you have it, right? So I cannot even tell you how many times I've spent money on, ways. Back in the day, I used to do little postcards, right? But I can't tell you how many times. And then you get a lead and then you drop the ball. You call them one time and then you get voicemail. You call them, maybe you're really super good and you call them twice and you leave a message, and then you don't do anything else. There's no follow-up. So even though they may have been interested in what you had to offer, they may have been wanting to connect with you. If you're not following up with them on a consistent basis, they're going to forget all about you. And so even though, we sometimes we do really great work as an entrepreneur of, kind of raising the flag and saying, hey, look at me, I can help you. But then when it comes down to following up, that job, that tedious job sometimes of following up with someone time after time, week after week, day after day, until they tell you no. Well, actually, what I like to say, I've heard someone say, and I've adopted it, I've stolen, is until they buy or die, right? Because circumstances change with people throughout their life, and they run into people. And if you're consistent with your follow-up, then they'll know you'll be familiar with them, and then they will be more likely to take a look at you. They're getting to know you better over as time passes, as you reach out to them. And so then they'll be more likely over time to become your customer. Now, you can go out and you can generate a whole bunch of leads, but the worst, what the worst thing is to get? The worst thing to get is a lead that is not your ideal customer. That's why marketers are always talking about target market. You know why? Because some people you just don't want to work with. Okay, let's just be honest. Some people you work with. But if you haven't done the work to identify who you do want to work with and focus on those people, then lead generation, you could get some leads that you don't want. Okay, that's happened to me too. So, and then the final thing I wanted to share today real quick is that, your most valuable asset. Your most valuable asset is the time, having the time and patience to follow up with that person. So number one was lead generation is anything you do. Number two is got to follow up. It's what do you do with that lead? Number three is how can you be efficient with your time and following up and connecting with that lead over time? And that's where, you can really leverage technology to help you with that, because now you don't have to be the one dialing the digits. You don't have to be the one sending the email. You can actually be the one who programs it, it's going to take some time to set it up initially. And there's tons of tools out there to help you with all that sort of stuff. So anyway, that's what I wanted to share with you today. It's just that is what lead generation is all about. It's not complicated. It's not mysterious. It's something you've probably already been doing for a really long time, but it is something you need to master for your business. And I'm going to help you out this week as we talk more about it. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about types of leads. And in particular, we're going to talk about how to make paid advertising and paid leads effective, because there's a way to do it and there's a way not to do it. So listen, if this was helpful for you, then definitely please go ahead and share this video. And what I would love for you to do is comment below one form of lead generation that you participated in or done in the past, and how it's worked for you. And let's begin to help and edify each other and move forward. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.